If you are a fan of epic fantasy, romance, and complex characters, then this book is for you. This is technically the second book in the series, and I know a lot of people wonder, can I read Mist and Fury without reading the first book? So I'm going to break it all down for you, but fair warning, there may be some spoilers for book one. First off, a quick recap for anyone who hasn't read the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, or who might not be familiar with the series. Mist and Fury picks up after the events of A Court of Thorns and Roses, where the protagonist has been through some life-changing traumatic events. And with that basic premise in mind, can this book stand alone? Well, it's kind of complicated. You can technically read A Court of Mist and Fury without the first book, but I don't recommend it. Only because the plot of Mist and Fury picks up right where A Court of Thorns and Roses ends, and the characters are still deeply affected by what happened in the first book. However, that being said, Maas does an excellent job at weaving enough backstory for Mist and Fury to be accessible to someone who's never read the first book. It's like watching a TV show in the middle of a season. You can still follow the general storyline, but you're missing the emotional depth and payoff that comes from having experienced the full journey. So to wrap up, it is a phenomenal read in its own right. It's packed with emotional complexity, a compelling romance, and new character dynamics that really drive the plot forward. And in comparison to the first book, it is darker, more emotional, and some say the best in the series.